Some of the ports your cruise ship pulls right into, the US government is telling people to reconsider even going. Not the ship, the destination itself. And most cruisers are going to walk off that gangway with no idea. Now, I'm not here to scare you off cruising. We cruise all the time. We'll be on a ship next month. But there are 7 ports where you need to keep your head up. Nowhere not to wander and what not to book. Now, I pulled the real travel advisories and the real incidents, not rumors, not somebody's scary story online, and I'm ranking the 7 you should know before your next sailing. And number 1, it might already be on your itinerary. Here's why this one's different from our usual videos. Most of what we talk about, the worst that happens is you waste some money, right? This one, a bad call off the ship can cost you a whole lot more than money. Now that's the honest truth, and I'd rather be straight with you than pretend every port is going to be one of those picture-perfect postcards. But I need you to hear me clearly because this is the part that matters most. Almost every one of these places is perfectly fine if you know how to move. The danger is rarely the cruise terminal or the tourist strip. It's what happens when you wander off solo, or take a ride you shouldn't, or book something sketchy just to save a few dollars. Knowledge is the whole game, and that's what I'm giving you here. So let's go ahead and kick it off with number 7, Roatan, Honduras. Now let me tell you about Roatan. It's beautiful. The diving, you got the beaches. It's a real one. But here's what you need to know. Honduras carries an elevated U.S. advisory, and on the island itself, the 2 things that you need to watch out for are petty crime and limited emergency services. That second part is the one people forget about. If something goes wrong medically out there, the help is not what you're used to back home. So how do you have a great day in Roatan anyway? Keep your valuables tight. Don't flash the expensive stuff. And use a reputable operator, not the first guy in the parking lot with a van. Know what I mean? Book the diving, book the beach club, stay where the tourists are. Do that, and Roatan's one of the best stops in the Caribbean. Now let's talk about number 6. The Mexican Pacific ports, Mazatlan, Puerto Vallarta, Manzanillo. And I want to be precise here because this gets exaggerated online. The concern is cartel-related activity in the surrounding regions, right? Not the Malecon, not the tourist zones, which keep real security. Meanwhile, the Caribbean side Mexico ports like Cozumel and Costa Maya are considered a lot calmer. So the move is simple. Stay in town, stay on your booked excursion. Don't go chasing some hidden spot an hour outside the city with a driver you just met. Enjoy Puerto Vallarta. It's one of my favorite places for what it is. It's gorgeous. Just don't go wondering where the ship didn't see you. All right, number 5 is live. Jamaica, Montego Bay, and Kingston. Jamaica sits at level 2 overall. But the State Department calls out some specific higher risk zones, mostly gang activity, in certain urban and non-resort neighborhoods. And the advice from people who know is blunt. Do not grab a random taxi and go out exploring solo. Here's the thing. The resorts, the beaches, the organized excursions, they run smooth every single day. And Jamaica welcomes millions of cruisers, and most never even see a bit of trouble. Now, the trouble finds the people who leave the safe lane. So book that excursion, ride with the operator, come back with the group. That's it. All right, let's get into number 4. And now we're stepping up. Trinidad and Tobago. Now this one is level 3. Reconsider travel. And the reasons are serious. Robbery, kidnapping, and organized crime violence. Now this isn't a pickpocket warning. Big lines still come here. Royal, Norwegian, Princess, Holland America. So you might have it on one of your Southern Caribbean itineraries and not even realize that that advisory level is in effect. So if you're getting off in Trinidad, this is a booked excursion only kind of port for me. Stay with the group, stay in the vetted zones, and this is not the place to go find your own adventure because you know how we like to do. Now when the government says level 3, I take it at its word. All right, let's get into number 3, Belize City. Also a level 3 reconsider travel for high crime. And here's the number that gets me. Nearly 1 million cruise passengers a year step off into that port. 1 million people. A lot of them with no idea that the city itself carries that serious advisory. Now the good news is And it's real good news. Almost nobody's excursion actually stays in Belize City. The cave tubing, the Mayan ruins, the reef, those tours load you up, take you out on the bus, out the city, to some of the best experiences in the Caribbean, I know. So the rule for Belize is one of the easiest on the list. Book the excursion, let them drive you out, and do not go strolling around Belize City on your own. All right, you knew this one was gonna be on there. Number 2 is Haiti. This is a level 4, do not travel. The highest warning are government issues, widespread gang violence, political instability, the whole situation. And here's the part that tells you everything. The cruise lines themselves even pulled back. Royal Caribbean's private spot, Labadee, has had its calls suspended through the worst of it. I put this at number 2 on purpose, and here's why. This is the system actually working. When a place gets truly dangerous, the lines stop going. So if your itinerary still lists a Haiti stop, check whether it's even happening before you get excited or worried. Most likely the decision already got made for you. That's the one time I'm glad to see a port taken off. And here we are, number 1, the most visited cruise port in the entire Caribbean. Drum roll, please. Nassau, Bahamas. Now I know what you're thinking, Nassau? Everybody goes to Nassau. That's exactly why it's number 1. It's not the highest advisory level on this list, but when you combine a real level 2 warning with the sheer number of cruisers walking off ships there every single day, now the odds of a first-timer getting caught slipping are highest right in that spot. And of course, the 2026 warnings are very specific, so listen close. The embassy put out an alert about jet ski operators, including multiple reports of operators sexually assaulting American women. Cases in 2026 with the pattern going back years. There was a death in 2025, a visitor struck by an unlicensed operator on an unregistered boat, plus prior warnings about violent crime and firearms. Areas they name: Junkanoo Beach, Cabbage Beach, and downtown Nassau. So here's how you stay safe in Nassau. And honestly, this is the rule for every port on this list. Do not rent a jet ski off a random operator on the beach. If you want water sports, book them through the ship or a vetted company. Period. Stay in the main tourist zones. Don't go off with somebody promising a better deal down the beach, and keep that flashy jewelry and that big cash on the ship pimping. Because here's what all 7 of these come down to. It is almost never the country. It's the choices. Booked excursion over a stranger's offer. Group over a solo. Tourist zone over let me go find the real spot. Daylight over dark. You follow these 4 and you can enjoy every single one of these ports. So now, I'm not telling you to cancel your cruise or hide on the ship. I'm telling you to walk off informed instead of clueless. The cruise lines vet their excursions for a reason. The tourist zones have security for a reason. And that level 2 or level 3 next to a port name is information. You use it, don't ignore it. Now, the cruisers who get in trouble are almost always the ones who went looking for a deal or an adventure the ship didn't sanction. Don't be that person. Book smart, stay aware, keep your people close, and these 7 ports go from scary headlines to just another great day in paradise. That's the difference between a cruiser who knows and one who was just hoping. Now, if you've been rocking with us for a while, you know we don't do fear for clicks. That's not us. We love these places. We've walked most of these ports ourselves and had some of the best days of our lives out there. But we love you too much to let you walk off that ship thinking the whole world is Disney World, because it's not. It gets real. And it's worth seeing you just see it smart. That's all I ever want for you. Now that you know which ports to keep your head up in, the next thing you need is how to book a shore excursion that's actually safe and saves you money instead of overpaying the cruise line for it. We broke that whole thing down. That video's right there.